Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Kicking off today's episode with some big breaking news. Pep Guardiola has a meeting in Abu Dhabi over his future. We could get in today's episode news around Pep Guardiola. Is the man going to sign a new contract to take him to perhaps 10 years, 11 years at Manchester City with a 1 or a 2 year extension? Or is Pep Guardiola deciding that it is time to call it quits and end his Manchester City managerial career? We are hoping he signs a new contract. We're going to get news in today's episode. It's decision time for Pep Guardiola. But what decision does Pep make? City have started the season slowly, but started playing better. Manchester City have started the players to play the way Pep Guardiola wants to play again. But maybe Pep feels that, one, he's exhausted, two, the players aren't responding to his things anymore, and also, three, just that it's sort of time's over. He's achieved everything he can achieve, and there is nothing more to do at Manchester City. Well, he's happy at City, he said before, but that doesn't mean he'll sign a new contract. We're hoping he does, and we will get news in today's episode. What is the future, possibly, of Pep Guardiola? So we did say big changes were coming to the Manchester City side, and we do make big changes in the City side today. Being a very attacking formation. Now, Palace in 5th place in the Premier League, playing really well. But the thing with Palace is they play a back 5 and sort of a front 3. So we're going to have 3 centre-backs sort of marking them in Guardiola, Diaz and Akanji. 2 midfielders to hold off Wharton and Doucouré in that midfield in Guimaraes and Rodri. And then we're going to pin back that back 5 as best as possible with Savinho, Oscar Bob, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish. Foden, Marketing, Núñez, Kovacic, Walker, Stones and Ortega on the City bench today. But we are lacking options, and with the future of Alvarez uncertain, of course, we know what's happened in real life. When I started this series, when the transfer window had finished in this series, they did not offer me 82 million. They did not offer me 82 million. They offered me 54 million, which I wasn't selling him for, 60 million. But 82 million would let him go, and we'll try and make sure in January, in the transfer window January, coming up over the next few episodes, we'll orchestrate it to this side. It's a bit more like the side in real life. Arriving at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. 2nd or 3rd versus 5th. Alvarez, a top goal scorer for the sides with Haaland out. He has been the key player, and it's going to be a big shame that we are going to lose him in January. Of course, he left in the summer for City. But for us, they didn't make the big offer they did at Atletico Madrid. Oliver Glasner's side have really overachieved at the start of this one. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. And it is underway at the Etihad Stadium. We should see how City do today. Eze, Kamada and Mateta. I think that is a very, very good front line. Really impressive this scene. Nice right side. Savinho up against Mark Guy. Oh, he's passed him. Brilliant from Savinho. Savinho blocked away. Back to Savinho. He's in an offside position. The referee gives a free kick. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Guimaraes. Alvarez. Driving the opposition here, Alvarez. Can't get the shot off. Back out to Grealish. Rodri. Oscar Bob. Bob with good feet. Oscar Bob. Brilliant feet from Oscar Bob. A save by Henderson behind for a corner. Ball back to Alvarez. Again, Palace stealed it. Eze away ahead of Rodri. Pressing on my City on Munoz here by Rodri. And again, Palace look long. City not quite with this one. Grealish in with a challenge. Good challenge by Jack Grealish. Brilliant from Jack Grealish there on Mateta. Grealish. Rodri. Back to Grealish. Nice play. Grealish for City. Near post to Bernardo Silva! And past the post by Bernardo Silva. What a chance. Bob, good feet. Ball through to Alvarez. Edge of the box to Rodri here! Rodri gives City the lead. What a finish from Manchester City's captain. It's Rodri arriving and planting one in that top right-hand corner. Brilliant from Rodri. Alvarez across the box to him. One touch. And Rodri catches this one. What a finish from Rodri. 1-0 Manchester City here lead at the Etihad against 5th place Crystal Palace, and that's an absolute storming strike from Rodri. I don't know how many he scored this season. He hasn't been as prolific as last. I don't think so anyway. And problems of Palace here because the wing-back comes out and it's space for Grealish. And Alvarez. And back into Grealish here. And they're opened up again. And Grealish to Bruno Guimaraes! What a block by Goyi. Alvarez, good play in it. That allows Akanji to get into this bit of pocket space here. Akanji. Wide to Savinho for Manchester City. Off goes Savinho. Savinho against Goy. He's past him. He's going to do him here. Savinho. Savinho! Good save. Back to him and cleared away by Palace again. Well, it should be 3 or 4 nil here today for Manchester City. Rodri. Oh, Grealish. Oh, he's done well, Jack Grealish there. Brilliant feet from Jack Grealish. And then a ball through to Alvarez is perfect. And Alvarez is in here. And it's Alvarez for Manchester City. Alvarez in the right foot. Hits the backside of Goy. Vini makes a run there. Guimaraes, she didn't do. Bernardo. Bob. Rodri. Onto Alvarez again. Alvarez this time! Oh, what a miss by Alvarez. Bob's played well in the most central area today. Rodri. Bernardo. Flicks one over. Alvarez again! Saved by Henderson. Oscar Bob at the far post. 2-0 Manchester City. Big goal from Oscar Bob. And City lead by 2-0. That's massive. They'll really struggle at times to get past Dean Henderson, the goalkeeper. But it's Oscar Bob who's had a great game. Strike from Alvarez. Saved. And Oscar Bob is there. Back post and finish from Manchester City's Oscar Bob. Great play. 2-0 City lead well here. And at the moment, we've got a clean sheet. Guimaraes can't cut that one out. Here's Mateta. There's a ball out wide if he goes there, but Mateta drives his way through here. And trouble for City. It's Jean-Philippe Mateta. Mateta! Diaz can't stop it. It's off the post. Diaz takes out Mateta in the process, and it's going to be a penalty. Well, a harsh penalty against Ruben Diaz, who tries to block the cross. Mateta's already shot. He hits the post. Diaz gives away a penalty, and the chances are there's going to be no clean sheet for City. Eze sends Edison the wrong way, and Crystal Palace pull on back at 2-1. Well, there's still time here for Palace to get something. Diaz dives in. Eze punishes us. Good penalty from the spot for Eze. 2-1. And frustration with Ruben Diaz there for that challenge, but he only tried to block the cross. That's such a bad pass by Rodri, and his standards really poor. And they counter now. Running right for the middle of us. Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta. Guardiola across. He cuts inside here. Back to Eze. City got bodies back. Guardiola cuts it out. Get back to your feet. Chance again. Diaz with a block. Falls back to him again. Mateta with a chance. On to Ben Chilwell. Edison makes the save. Diaz makes the challenge. It's behind for a goal kick. City get lucky there. And big changes now in Pep Guardiola's side. But we got away with one there, Manchester City. Back through to Kovacic. Good ball. Kovacic. Far post. Bernardo Silva waiting. Bad pass. They give it back to us. McAtee with a strike. Saved by Henderson. He should score. Brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Corner ball. In. Walker's in there. McAtee. McAtee hits it! Just past the post by McAtee. A second one missed by City's youngster. Off the bench and involved. And McAtee on the ball. Full-time whistle goes. A 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. A big win for Manchester City. A deserved win. We should have scored way many goals into Oliver Glasner's side, who stop us from getting a clean sheet again with a goal from the penalty spot. Up next was Brentford in the Premier League, and we decided to simulate our first game of the series so far. A 3-0 win over Brentford. You can see there Phil Foden, Jack Grealish and Jeremy Doku on the score sheet, all players in our attacking lineup, and a clean sheet for the City side as we come out 3-0 winners. That is brilliant for us in the Premier League table. And this is how the Premier League table is looking as we approach the start of the new year. Still in December, Manchester City in third place on 37 points. Level on points with second place Newcastle. Both sides 8 points off the league leaders Liverpool, who sit top of the table with only one defeat. Spurs in fourth on 34. Man United in fifth on 33. And all the way down the bottom is Ipswich still with only 2 points. Wolves with 10. Southampton with 11. Arsenal having a really bad season, surprisingly. They're in 9th position. I don't know what has gone wrong with Arsenal. Maybe they somehow get us a big run going in. I don't know what has happened to Arteta's side. I expect them to be in the top 2, if not top of the table. But it's Liverpool who so far are running away with it. Well, it's time for our final game in the Champions League. We've played all these fixtures. So far, we have won 4, lost 3, going into the final game of our Champions League fixtures. It's Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Madrid who are doing pretty well in that little group table, league table. Big group table, actually, 36 teams in there. If we weren't to win this one, we would have to go into a qualifying round to get to the round of 16. So 3 points are necessary to avoid playing 2 extra games of football in the Champions League. The final game of today's episode is Champions League action against Real Madrid, our final game in the league phase of the Swiss model, meaning that 3 points on the line could be crucial for us getting automatic qualification to the round of 16 or having to play a qualifying game to get into the round of 16. Edison starts in goal. It's Walker, Stones, Ake and Vardiol, the back 4. Captain Rodri and Mateo Kovacic partner in the midfield 2 with Phil Foden in front. It's Savinho on the right, Grealish on the left and Oscar Bob through the middle in a false 9 role. Eventually to Alvarez, Doku, Bernardo Silva, Mateus Nunes, Luis Diaz and Stefan Ortega. Big game for City to end their Champions League group stage, or league phase it is, campaign just before the new year, and hoping to get into that round of 16. Etihad Stadium welcomes Manchester City and Real Madrid, two of the semi-finalists from last year. So Manchester City versus Real Madrid at the Etihad Stadium. Oscar Bob at false 9. Big sort of trust put in Oscar Bob by Pep Guardiola. Real Madrid are going to be a tough side to face here today. Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe in that front line. Look at Real Madrid attacking in numbers here. Down the far side is Dani Carvajal, European winner. Guardiola in on Carvajal. Pulled it back here to Bellingham. Edison makes the save. Vinicius Jr. And Real Madrid take the lead here at the Etihad. And it's Vinicius Jr. with the finish. The man who put a late tackle on Rodri, got a yellow card, scores for Real Madrid. Well, we make the tackle here. Edison makes the save, but Kyle Walker too slow to get across to Vinicius, the far post. And he leathers it in, doesn't he, Vinicius Jr. on that left foot. Very good finish by Vinicius. And City 1-0 down after only 5 minutes of the Etihad. That is, 6 minutes the goal comes in. That is a sad one for City to start the game like that. Vinicius Jr. Ake slides in near him. Good feet by Vinicius. Ball through to Kylian Mbappe. Save Edison. Falls back to Fede Valverde. Mbappe again blocked by Stones. And Ethan Ake puts his foot through it and gets it away. Grealish against Carvajal. And it's coming forward again here, but what a start by Real Madrid. What a start by them. Here's Carvajal. Guardiola tries to cut it out. Cross in. Ake's lost Fede Valverde. Edison palms it around the corner for a corner. Oh dear, what a bad start by City. I can't even get hold of the ball here. Dani Carvajal tight to him. Grealish, that's brilliant play by Grealish here. Trouble for Real Madrid. Grealish back to Foden. Foden to Kovacic. Good touches by the former Madrid man. He's going to go back out to Rodri. Move breaks down. Foden. Jack Grealish. Grealish pulls it across the box. Good play by Grealish. Back to Courtois with in there. And they deal with it just. Against Ferland Mendy. Back out to Walker. The clock's ticking away here at the end of this half. Rodri. Kovacic. Kovacic on the turn. Kovacic hits one! And over the bar by Mateo Kovacic. Good chance. Into the middle. Ake's there. On Bellingham. Half-time whistle goes. Madrid lead after that really good chance. They've had dominating performances and moments in this game, so have we. It's quite even. Fede Valverde. Wide. Ake in there. Bellingham back through towards Real Madrid here, who do score again to make it 2-0. So difficult, and it's Vinicius Jr. once again. The ball deflects in very much in their favour. And Real Madrid leads by 2-0 at the Etihad. Ake gets a foot in there. Bellingham back to Mbappe. Back to Vinicius, who gets his second of the game here. And Manchester City are 2-0 down at the Etihad. Savinho made a run, but you're not going to find him. Phil Foden. We need some magic here from City. Foden runs right into trouble with Camavinga. And here's Vinicius Jr. with the pace here. And off he goes, and City in trouble. Vinicius lifts it over Edison. 3-0. 3-0 Real Madrid. City torn apart. And there's nothing we can do. A Vinicius Jr. hat-trick against the Madrid side, who are far better than us. And Vinicius Jr. punishes this Manchester City team for 3-0. Mbappe away from Walker. Mbappe still going. Across the far post here. Guardiola nearly puts it in his own net. Stones away. Well, he did the right. He did it in the end. He defended it well in the end. Kovacic. Counter. We've got no De Bruyne. No Haaland. Mbappe. Flicks it round. Stones as well for Jude Bellingham for 4. And Manchester City have been schooled here at the Etihad. Absolutely schooled here at the Etihad. 4-0 Ancelotti's Real Madrid. And I think we will be having to go to the qualifying round here in the Champions League. Oh, brilliant from Doku's away from Carvajal. Doku then inside. Doku still going here. Brilliant from Doku. Doku! Saved by Courtois. And they've really struggled today in the attacking areas of the game, but 4-0. Rodrigo's away. Rodrigo to make it 5. A save for Edison. That ends our Champions League campaign. We end with a 4-0 defeat to Real Madrid. We'll have to see where that makes us finish in the table. But I have a feeling automatic qualification to the round of 16 won't be there for Manchester City after really inconsistent performances. And it looks like we will be going to a qualifying round to get into that round of 16. This is how the Champions League first ever league stage Swiss model finishes. This is the top 9. The top 8 automatically qualify for the Champions League knockout round of 16 stages. Paris Saint-Germain finished top of the group table. The only side with a perfect record. 8 played, 8 won, no draws and no losses, only 4 goals conceded. Wow, congratulations to PSG. But in the big grand route of things, it doesn't actually mean anything. Bayern finished 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, Inter 4th, Borussia Dortmund in 5th, Real Madrid in 6th, Arsenal in 7th, and Atletico Madrid in 8th. Just by 1 point, they outdo RB Leipzig. So that top 8 there, you can see, we've got, what? 1 side from Italy, we've got 2 sides from Spain, 2 sides from Germany, 2 sides from England, 1 side from France. They are the final qualifying teams for the round of 16, but 8 teams will join them, and that will be played out between teams 9 to 24. Where did Manchester City finish? Well, we finished with 12 points in 12th position. We had a -2 goal difference. Not a good Champions League campaign for Manchester City at the start of this one. So teams from 9 to 24 will now get drawn against each other. Some of the sides we could play, we know RB Leipzig, but there's Monaco, Aston Villa, Juventus, Stuttgart, Atalanta, Barcelona, Milan and Galatasaray. All teams that we could face going into the round of 16 qualifying stage. We will play 2 legs against one of those teams and some more a few further down as well, which we don't need to look at. Down to 24, some pretty poor teams. I'm hoping we draw some of the poorer teams. We don't draw a Juve and Aston Villa. I think because we've played Stuttgart, because we've played Leipzig, I don't think we can draw them. But we could draw Aston Villa maybe. We could draw Juventus. We could draw Barcelona, Milan. It's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, a poor Champions League campaign by Pep Guardiola's team. And here is the massive breaking news to end today's episode. Pep Guardiola has made his decision on his Manchester City future. Sky Sports reporting that we know the possible outcome, or we know that he has made a decision. No one is exactly sure what his decision is, but it's expected that Pep Guardiola is to leave Manchester City. Pep has made his decision, and Sky Sports News believe Pep's decision is to leave the club come the end of the season. This could be massively the end of an era, and more news will be obviously breaking in this one at the start of the next episode. But they are reporting, this is not from Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein, they are the two main people, but Sky Sports, they believe that Pep Guardiola has decided to leave Manchester City. That is what is coming from rumblings on within the club, but we're not sure. Only people who know if Pep Guardiola's extended, and if he hasn't extended, is Khaldoon, City's chairman, and also City's sporting director, Cheeky Begiristain, those sorts of people, and of course Pep Guardiola himself and his family. Thank you for watching. Big news coming then into the next episode. Please like the video if you're not already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. You're going to have to wait for Pep Guardiola's future till the next one. We'll see you guys next time.